the women's 4x400 metre relay, the penultimate event on the athletics programme here in Jakarta. A big roar from the crowd cheering on the Indonesians out in lane 6. A good start there by Jamal of Bahrain, and now Hima Das beginning to close in on the Indonesian outside her. Also running well, the lead leg from Vietnam, Thi Van Nguyen. Bahrain really do have such a strong team. Nguyen is running well, but remember there's a very, very long stagger. It's a brutal leg, and she's now starting to tie up as Das shows her class for India. Also, Jamal of Bahrain beginning to tire just a fraction. India lead, we did expect that. Bahrain in second, a little bit of a sloppy change over there from Jamal to Essa, who you expect will close this gap.
That was truly dreadful, Rob. They almost passed the baton at a standstill. I'm sure that in the long term they won't have too much impact, but certainly they've lost 4 or 5 metres. That was a very, very poor exchange.
Looking up at the big screen, this is Machetri of India. They've been bold, the Indians, by selecting Das on that lead leg. Essa now trying to close, but she's got some company. The other Nguyen has run really well for Vietnam. China trying to come back into the mix. But at the halfway stage, it will be India. Gutsy end to that leg by Japan, who are just ahead of Bahrain, and China still in the mix for a medal. But now we get to watch Odion storming around that first bend.
Well, we know that Odion is the fastest woman on the continent. What we don't know, though, is having gone off as she has done. Look at her there, looking quite majestic in second spot. How is she once she's gone beyond 200 metres? She's certainly running within herself here, but she would look to kick once she hits that top bend, which she does now. This is going to be very informative, but at the moment, that's a big lead. That's 25 metres.
The Indians put their best athlete out lead leg. It will be left to Valuva Korath to anchor them home. She has a huge lead. This is the size of the task facing Salwa Nasser. India with a lead of somewhat 30, maybe 40 metres. Nasser is so fast. She's running in lane 2. She needs to cut in. She's covering more distance than she needs to here, and she's still in lane 2. Surely she must realise you can break. Now she moves across. She is one of the fastest women in history over 400 metres, but this lead looks too big for even her to close down. India's bold strategy of putting Hima Das on lead leg has paid off brilliantly. They've won the last 4, and in some style they are going to make it 5 Asian Games title in a row in the women's 4x4. India take it. Nasser can't bring them gold this time.